Next up is our factory navigation. So we do have built-in navigation, connected 3 years of service, depending on the version of the vehicle that you've got. And that's going to be for our Series XM, so live traffic, weather alerts, things like that. Like I said, we don't have to use the factory navigation if we don't want to. We could go to a few other options, like I said, like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, connecting that way. And then we've got just our regular GPS nav available, not using the connected services. So it is nice, we've got so many options. Starting off with the navigation screen, so along the very bottom there, we've got what city we're currently in. We can see our current location as well as our coordinates, which is useful if you're going off-roading and you're not sure where you are. We can also, on the factory navigation option only, go into a full screen mode where we're utilizing all the screen real estate, which looks absolutely amazing. Now let's kind of move line by line along the very left side. Pressing the hamburger menu there gives us our map orientation. So if we want to, we can change out so our 2D, 3D headings, etc. So you can see it kind of adjust as necessary there. Voice, when we have an upcoming turn, whatever the case may be, do we want to have a voice and tone, strictly voice, or strictly a tone? Do we want to show traffic on the map? Do we want to avoid certain things like highways, toll roads, tunnels, things like that? And what things do we want to show on the map, like gas stations, ATMs? If we have any saved destinations we've gone to previously, we can also have that one in there. Weather as an option, and then we've got some advanced settings. So we've got our map preferences. Do we want to automatically reroute to avoid traffic? Do we want to use HOV lanes? Do we want our fastest or the most eco-friendly route? And then we've got our breadcrumbs. So as we go to different locations, we will have little breadcrumbs, like think Hansel and Gretel, just based off of the routes that we've taken. Moving back, we've got our preferences, which as of right now, nothing available. Privacy options, so we can clear all of our advanced settings there. And then we can look at our basic about settings. That's going to be the basics of the settings there. Now, searching, we've got a few options. So if we want to, we can look at point of interest icons by swiping across. We've got attractions, parking, rest areas, and a number of other things. Ford dealerships, that's kind of funny. Who's local? Who's close by? And then we've got a few other options. So if we've looked at recent addresses, so we search for Starbucks when I was looking at the steering wheel and cluster, so we can press back in to go to that one. If we've saved addresses, so if we've saved home work addresses or additional, they would show up under our saved option there. Moving back, we can easily just type in an address if we want to. So we're just going to start typing. We give it a second. Predictive text. So, as you can see there, it gives us a few options. Let's just select. And if our phone is connected there, we'd be able to call. We can save it as a favorite, or we can look for available routes. So we've got 3 different routes that are available, so it'll change it dynamically as necessary. And we just hit start. And as you can see there,
to the highlighted road.
It started the route for us. We can press this in order to see what directions it wants us to take. We've got our indicator for how close we are before we finish up the route. We can add a destination there if we want to, so a midway destination. We can also look at that main screen so we can see exactly how far out we are from completing the route. We can disable the notifications, or we can cancel the route if we want to. We can easily resume if we've accidentally done that by pressing the button there. Moving back into our menu brings us back to that base settings. But I said for searching, we've got a few options. So we can search just by typing in an address. We can also go based off of our GPS location. So if we've got a coordinate that we're going to, because let's say we're going off-roading and we don't have a physical address, we can just enter in the GPS coordinates there and just hit go, and it'll take us to that location. We've got the option of hiding the keyboard out, pressing back and searching again. We've got a few different options so we can get our keyboard there, and then we've got a few different keyboard languages, so quite a few different options that are available there. But that's going to be the basics of using factory navigation inside of this vehicle.